Believe it or not, y'all, this is take 2, because the first take, I didn't have my microphone on, and the first take, the camera died. So here we go. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Love Stitch podcast. This is episode 2. My name is Tiara. I am your host here. If you were here last week, thank you for tuning again this week. I know last week was really rough. We had a lot going on. There was interruptions. The sound was crazy. The lighting was crazy. The video was crazy. The whole thing was real crazy. But I'd like to try it again. So thank you for joining me this week on week number 2 of the Love Stitch podcast. What I usually do is I have a couple of segments. I have my work in progresses. We're not going to do Q this week because I told y'all last week and I pulled a couple things out of the queue. But other than that, we're not doing Q this week. But we will do finished objects, mail, packages. I don't know what I got in the mail, packages, acquirements. I don't know. And we'll do something different. We'll do a segment called My Favorites. So first, here we go. We'll start off with work in progresses. So this week I have started working on the Dusk flip jumper by We Are Knitters. It's a kit that I bought for my sister. I was knitting this up for my sister. She wanted it in the color black, so here it is. So far, in the color black. Ribbing. This is knit in the cotton. This is a DK weight Pima cotton 100%. This is the We Are Knitters brand, whatever they make. It's DK weight. I'm knitting this up on a size 8 needles, and this pattern is actually knit flat, 2 panels, like the front panel and back panel, but I'm not doing it that way because I hate the feeling of being finished with a panel and then having to start another panel. I don't know why. It just makes me feel like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right to me. So I decided instead I was just going to knit on, cast on twice the amount of stitches and go ahead and knit this in the round, and then when it comes to the sleeves I'll just split off and then do front half and back half and just knit it that way because yeah, I just only have to seam the tops as well because I'm not really good at seaming garments because I am an amateur, and I would like even the seaming on my Vivian cardigan which I showed last week is a little rough. So I'm gonna go ahead and avoid all that mess and just go ahead and knit it in the round. No, I did not swatch. I never do. I know, knitting sin. I do sometimes. Depends on the day, you know. Let's see. I'm still working on the Buzzing Beehive blanket by Briana K Designs. I showed that one last week in my last episode. I did a couple more hexagons on it, some of the ones with the leaves and the branches, but I'm not really going to show that progress, not until I got like a big chunk done, because that'll be really exciting. Hopefully we'll have a lot more done on that soon. But that's pretty much all of my work in progresses for since last week. And I know I had more last week, but I actually casted off a bunch of stuff. Or some of the stuff from last week, and one of those things we're going to move right in to finished objects. So I finished my Prism sweater. This one is called the Prism sweater by Darling du Jour. I showed this one off last week as well. When you saw it, it had just body, no sleeves, and it wasn't even done at the ribbing. So here she is. I have pictures of that one. I'll put some here. I'll put one here, but you can see a clear picture of it on my Instagram at thelovestitch. But as you can see, it has this like open shoulder concept. Sleeves come down to little what's that called? Twisted rib. It has the twisted rib on the cuffs, on the hem, on the neckline, and it is so soft. It's knit in Yarn Bee Baby Lulu. This is the color flannel, this gray color. Honestly, this is so gorgeous and it's so warm. It's definitely acrylic because my armpits was really feeling it when I put the sweater on for the pictures, because it was actually almost 80 degrees outside when I took those pictures. But I actually am in complete and total love with this. Whenever I was getting this to come to the pot, like to, you know, bring it to the ground for the podcast or whatever, and I picked up, I was like, is this the right sweater? Because it just felt like so, you know, kind of like store, like it was store bought, like it was, I made like from Forever 21 or something, you know. Like, I'm really proud of this. I fixed all my mistakes that I was talking about last week. I went ahead and knotted all those holes closed. I seamed in, weaved in all my edge, my loose ends, except for this one because I'm bad, but it's on the inside, so who cares? So that was a finished object. I did finish one of my testament knits that I talked about last week. It was the Beginner's Cable Beanie by arilknits. She's on Instagram. She's going to release that pattern soon. I finished that one. I don't have it here to show me. I do not have it with me now to show you guys. I'm sorry. It's like downstairs, but I'll put a picture here so you guys can see how that one turned out. It's super beautiful. Like, it was such a quick, I'm pretty sure I knit this one in less than 2 hours, because I mean, it was the size 2 to 4, but you know how, you know, cabling can get so addictive because it's just like it's so easy and it's just so beautiful that it's so nice that you just keep on going and then it's done. So I really enjoyed that pattern. It's really good if you're a beanie maker and you like to, you know, kind of make and sell, or you know, you have family who are having babies. It's a really good pattern for that. And I'm sure I think she has it from newborn all the way to like all the way to adult sizes, so it's there for everybody, mommy and me. Super inclusive, extra fun pattern. So definitely check that one out. I will leave the her link to her Instagram or to the pattern or whichever on the show notes, so just check that out. And what else? That was that. I haven't really cast it off. I mean, that's my finished objects for now, but I want to talk about now my yarn mail, or I don't know what to call the segment. Happy mail? Yarn mail? Acquirements? I'll call it acquirements. I like that. So as far as acquirements go, I talked about last week that I was going to get a package from Autumn and Indigo, and it came in the mail this week, and I was so excited. So like I was talking about it, I ordered the 300-gram mystery skeins from Autumn and Indigo. It runs for it's like $45. You get 300 grams of either discontinued yarn, accident colorways, you know, like something that's messed up but still beautiful, still usable, or just like any extras or something. It's just how she I don't know, gets rid of basically her stash, I guess. But so she sent me, I got 4 skeins, 2 full skeins and 2 minis, and I'll show those to you now. The first one I'm going to show you is this one, and as you can see, it's this beautiful sock weight yarn. Oh, there's just, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon at 463 yards. This colorway is called Tinsel, so I'm sure it's like from her Christmas colorways or whatever, but I think this is so pretty. It's got this gold, it's like kind of dark, but also light. And over here you can see like some purples in there, so it's got some speckling in there, and I think this is so pretty, and I already know what I'm gonna do with this. And so that was Tinsel. This second one looks like this. It is focusing, and there you go. It's another of her yarn. So another sock base. You see it's got this speckling, this like deep purple going on here. It's like light pink, and I just think this is so pretty, and it doesn't have a name. There's no name written on here. I'm not sure if that was a mistake or if it just one of those like made up colorways that just never happened, but I don't know. I think this is right up my alleyway, especially because I listed in my color preference that I wanted I prefer pinks and golds and neutrals, and I got this, and so it was just such a pleasant mystery, such a pleasant surprise. And then the last 2 mini skeins that I got was what she packaged up for me was the 50 grams of the classic sock, and this is the colorway Wallflower. So here are these 2 beauties. They are more pink than the last one, and they've got more of like a red speckling going on here. And I think that these would just be so beautiful if you did like the, you know, like this with beading to this for a top, or like a sock with like this is the cuffs and then this is the base with some sort of like beautiful detailed stitch pattern. You know, there's like so many possibilities for this much yarn, and for not even a lot of money. Like, you know, we're always on a budget or whatever, but $45 for all this I think is a good deal, because one of these bad boys can run for like $27 on its own. So it's a really good deal, and I'm super happy with that. Not only did it come with the skeins, but it also came with a little bag that I accidentally ripped up. But it comes with, she sends with this little no rinse delicate wash from Euclid, something like that. But it's just like this little sample, and it comes with her business card and a little coupon, so that's like really nice, and I'm so pleased with the purchase. Very excited to finally knit this up. I think that what I'm going to try to knit up is the Ripple Bralette by Jessie. I want to say Jessie May. Jessie May. Give me a second. Let me just. Yep, by Jessie May, and she's on Ravelry, but I think I'm gonna knit up the Ripple Bralette. Takes some yarn, but I'm probably gonna knit it up as more of a crop top than a bralette, so that I can like wear it underneath cardigans and all that. And I'm really excited. The only thing I'm missing from that project is a pair of US 4 needles, because I just buy needles as I need them, and I don't have a pair of US 4 yet. So when I get a chance, I'll just go ahead and purchase those needles, and I'll just go ahead and cast on, because I'm ready. And another yarn mail that I got was from loveknitting.com. I went ahead on there and I ordered a sweater. Oh, this hank is falling apart. That's dangerous. Let's pretend. Let's just fix that really quick. That's messy. Oh well. I ordered the Cascade yarns 220, Cascade 220, the 100% wool. I bought this yarn for, I'm doing another test knit. It's a test knit for the Knitted Indigo. She's got the Bee's Knees sweater. It's hashtag the Bee's Knees sweater. You can look it up on her Instagram. It's like this beautiful, it's this beautiful sweater with like a stripe and these little bees color chart on the top, and I think it's just so gorgeous. So I bought 4 skeins of, I'm a size medium, got like a 34-inch bust. So for that size, I bought 4 of the main color, around 800 yards of natural in Cascade 220, and I got this color. Look at that pretty that is. Oh, that's a sticker. Excuse me. Look at that. The color, this color is Sunflower. I picked this one for the stripe going across the front. Cascade 220 as well. And then for the little bee work, I got this Cascade 220 Heathers, and this color is Jet, so it's like a kind of like marled black going on there, and I think it's super cute. So I'm really excited to knit this sweater up. The deadline for that one is not even this month, it's next month, so I'll be starting on this one soon as well. But I really gotta work on this bad boy for my sister because I'm only like a fourth of the way done, and her birthday is in like 9 days from now. So I got 9 days to really work hard and work fast. But this is working out really well since I'm knitting it in the round rather than flat. So I'm ready. And I guess we could just go ahead and talk about, this is done with the yarn talk, so if you want to stick around longer for kind of like my favorites. So like this is talking about like my favorites in life, my favorites when it comes to my yarn life, and all that. So first we're going to talk about TV shows. The first TV show that I am watching while I'm knitting is, well, I guess like the only TV show right now. It's Mad Men. So Mad Men, I don't know if you've heard about it, but what are you doing? What are you doing? Get out. Get out, please. Or sit up there and be quiet. Get out. Bye, I love you. My current favorite show right now that I watch while I'm knitting is Mad Men. Mad Men is a show about like advertisement people working in the ad business in like the 1950s and 1960s-ish. And John Hamm is Donald Draper, and it's about his life and how he goes about being an admin and how the whole of life of the 60s go with having a family and all of the crises happening with you know, like race and cigarettes and just all the other things. And it's just such an interesting show. I love it. I would say it's slow moving because it's got a lot of information going on there, but it's like a work of art. Like some of the scenes are just so iconic and just so beautiful to look at, and it's such an inspiration, especially all of the fashion is just so good too. So that's my current show that I'm watching. Another thing that I like to do while I'm knitting, you know, if the boys are playing the video games and the baby's on the iPad, I personally really like to listen to audiobooks because I can read. Of course I can read, but it's just so nice to like hear somebody kind of perform the dialogue or like the book, you know? So I just finished The Handmaid's Tale. I just finished The Handmaid's Tale, and you know, this is a show that I watch on Hulu, and honestly, it's amazing. Elizabeth Moss is amazing, and then the book is narrated by Claire Danes, and it's just so good. I finished that book, and it was just, I don't even know what to say. It was just so good, and like to hear the events from the book that I've seen in the show and have it all match up, it's really, really good. It's a really good book. I definitely recommend it. And so since I finished that one, I started another audiobook, and since I finished The Handmaid's Tale, I've started another audiobook, and I've started The Help, and this is actually one of my favorite movies. It has Emma Stone, and she plays Skeeter from the book, and she's writing this book about the help in I want to say Jackson. Pardon me, I'm really bad at geography, but you know, this is like a very iconic book as well. It's kind of like a classic. Skeeter's writing this book about the maids and their experiences in their hometown, and there's so much to go on with race and like, you know, integration, segregation, and using the toilets and like all this other stuff. But it's just such an interesting book, and I love the movie. And I've read the book before, but now I'm listening to it because it was just that good. So that is my current favorite for media's sense. Do I have anything else to talk about? I really like the snack. If we're talking about just random anythings, this is the dark chocolate covered pomegranate. This is from Aldi. I don't know if you shop at Aldi's, but if you don't, you should. It's very affordable. These are like the very expensive ones that you see at like Target and stuff, but affordable. So these are really good. Definitely recommend that. And as far as other snacks go, I really like to eat pretzels, and I'm on like some sort of health kick because I'm trying to eat healthier. I ate a grapefruit today. So I don't know. I guess that kind of wraps it up today. It's kind of a shorter podcast. Just because I don't have a lot of, a lot of things going because I'm trying to finish things. And normally I would have like a million different things on my needles, but not this week. But I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in this week to the Love Stitch podcast. Thank you so much for bearing with me, for watching this. Sorry if I talked fast. I'm kind of hot. It's hot today. Another hot day. To me, hot is like 75 degrees and over. Never ready for it. I'm sure it's going to be a really hot summer, but it'll be a fun one. So thank you so much again for tuning in.